They started off ruling the bar circuit and later morphed into Canada's band. The hardest working band in town. The turning point happened here at Toronto's Horseshoe Tavern.
That night in Toronto, it's checkerboard floors.
Its checkerboard floors even immortalized in song. Today, fans young and old said Gord Downie will be with them forever.
The stories he tells and like how he says them and how he has a way of relating everything, personally into life.
Inside, more history and more tears.
The idea of being open and being vulnerable and leaving it all out there, I think that's such a huge thing in life, and he taught that.
Other leading voices in Canadian music also remembered the man whose onstage quirks and poetic verse inspired the country.
They really were the gold standard of how to be a band. And Gord was the gold standard of how to be an artist and how to be a person.
That gold standard was on display the night the Hip said farewell. But Downie's final moment on stage came earlier this year when he joined his friends from Blue Rodeo on stage.
In the middle of the song, he was saying such complimentary and nice things to me that was actually distracting. I was sort of getting a little teary-eyed that's who he was.
A memory that makes Cuddy think of the trail Downie blazed and the legacy he leaves behind, a thread of unifying music that stretches across the country.
Everybody recognized Gord. No matter where you grew up, you knew who he was. And he was, as we found out subsequent years, he was uniquely Canadian. That little bit of irony, the sweetness, the sarcasm, the dressing up, the shaman, the poet.
Blue Rodeo's Greg Keeler penned a tribute to the poet called Gord's Tune.
Silver suit, brown and red feathers.
As others struggle with how to say goodbye to a true musical legend.
He embodied the very word champion, because in all aspects of his life and in his death, he was and is a champion.
Like exiles from the Canadas of your soul.
The champion, the poet.
He said, I'm tragically ill.
Gone at 53. Salima Shivji, CBC News, Toronto.